Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie and welcome back to Discjunkie'S Duster. And in today's video we're not starting beside the car, we are actually starting indoors today, and that is because I picked up this backpack or bag which I ordered from a shop called Shine. I'm sure people are aware of this. I've really used them before, but I specifically ordered this bag because I wanted to use it inside the car and essentially fill it up with a bunch of these typical car gadgets that you would want in your car for emergencies and keeping things buckled down and safe, so if I get into an accident I don't want everything just flying about. So that's why I decided to settle on a new bag, and I went with this yellow one, a bit of a tactical kind of design. This cost me 23 euro, and I gotta say, for 23 euro this is not a bad deal. I am really excited and enjoying the design, but I thought we would go through this a little bit because this is technically a reviewing and unboxing channel at its core, so we might as well sort of expand on that and look at this product in a bit more detail before we fill it up with stuff. So this is actually looking a bit flat now when you get it, but once you sort of just grab it and pull at it to make it sort of expand into its proper shape, you will see that this is actually quite a large bag. I believe it is a 45-liter bag. You can also unsnap these little side clasps or belt buckle things, what you want to call them. And so let's just go ahead and turn it over. Gonna pull this out a little bit. Might as well unclasp these as well, just so you see the full width of what this is. So there you go. This would be maybe, approximately 30 centimeters, 25, 30, something like that. It's got a pretty good depth to it. And I would say generally, I think this looks to be quite a nice backpack. It's got a really nice sort of padding to it. These look really rigid. There is a laptop compartment here at the back. You've got some Velcro straps as well, so this looks pretty roomy. You can get a laptop in there if you want to. For my personal purpose, I'm not going to be using this as an everyday bag that I haul back and forth. I essentially just wanted to get something that looked cool and was also practical to just keep in a car as a standard with, your typical car gadgets. Like I want to get like my towing lines in here or my jumper cables or anything I might need in my car. There's not a lot of places in the car where you can stash stuff. I mean, you can put it in the compartment sort of underneath the floor in the sort of luggage compartment, but there it's sort of not really super accessible if you have stuff in the luggage at the same time. So yeah, I thought I would just try to compile everything into one bag, so that's why I decided to pick this up. So just looking at the front a bit, you've got these little straps here which you can essentially put stuff into. You could potentially stick like a hammer or tool sort of into these little pockets if you would, and the same goes up here. They're also stitched in that way. Up here are essentially Velcro straps, and this little thing which is on here, this is essentially just a little patch which also has Velcro on it, so you don't have to put this on. This is Velcro and rubber. It's actually quite nice quality, so I don't know if I will keep this. I won't say I'm like a super America fan, might keep it upside down. So in any case, that is in the bag, but you can essentially place this wherever you want. Can't place them on the ones down here because those aren't Velcro, but anything up here, you can just stick that on there. So let's just go ahead and check some of the pockets. You got a simple zipper pocket, pretty good size. And we got another one underneath. All of them have the double zippers, so you can open them from, any way you want. And this feels like, I'm not gonna say that this is water resistant because I'm not 100% sure, but it looks very water resistant in terms of the fabric on the inside. So not really sure what that's about, haven't read up, so could be water resistant. And we got some interior pockets here. Looks typical to keep like some really slim ones for like pens or stuff like that. And there's an interior pocket there as well. So let's open up the next one, see where it's at. So also double zippers. So here is a bigger compartment, sort of a similar design. No pocket on this side, might look like that, but it's not. Then here, so one big pocket, then we got two smaller ones and one inside there. Then we get to the last compartment. So it's also the biggest one. Open that up all the way. There we go. So here we have a bit more to look at. This side has quite a bit of, here's one mesh pocket. Then there's another mesh pocket with a zipper. So there you go. So that's sort of like half and half. And see, is there anything else here? No, that's it. There's a small little hook there, in case you didn't see it. And so that's it on this side. It's not like you can go behind this or anything, I don't think, no. Then on the other side, we essentially have something looking like, kind of like a laptop bag as well inside here. Got a small strap with Velcro, and then you got this pocket here. You can probably stick a laptop bag into, maybe not height-wise, but most of it. So that's that. Nothing on the back there. And see, that would be, yeah, that would be roughly the pockets we have. You can also check some of the sides just to add this functionality. You see that on the side here, we also have more of these straps, which are kind of stitched, so you could stick stuff in if you have something long, like, yeah, screwdriver or whatever. I don't think, it doesn't really look like they are prepared to hold like a can of water or anything. They wouldn't really be used for that. But I suppose, you know, with these side clasps, like, see these ones with the bands? You do have two of those on each side, so depending on which, I suppose you could stick it in there and just pull it tightly. Not sure if that's something I want to do, but I think these are primarily to be used just to sort of pull the bag together in case you want to make it really compact if you have stuff packed tightly into it. So yeah, and these can also obviously be removed if you want to expand the bag a little bit to sort of get the full space of it. But yeah, and there are also straps underneath, kind of like the same type or design, just runs down here. So two of them, and you got a really sort of solid carrying strap with like a lot of stitches. So yeah, this is really gonna hold some weight, I'm sure. And there's also a small, no, okay, sorry, that's nothing. I thought there was another strap here, but that is actually stitched on one side, so not really sure what the point of that is. Oh wait, no, there is actually a point. There is actually a hole here in this little stitched pocket. Hard to make out, but yeah, there's a small hole there, so you could actually run something through this if you have like, I don't know, you can see it, there we go. So there's a hole which goes into the interior pocket, so you could keep like a, I don't know, like that one of those water bags with the straws, or you could run cables through here if you want to charge anything, or headphones, whatever. So yeah, so that is essentially the entire bag. Sorry if this became quite an extensive review or unboxing, but I really wanted to show everything before we fill this up. So with that being said, now I thought we would just, you know, run through this, or I'm gonna run through this, gonna get into my garage, gonna pack this full with stuff, and then we're going to see what it looks like in the trunk of my car or the luggage compartment of my car. So see you in a bit. And it's now essentially been maybe about a week or two since I shot the indoors portion of this video, but I have had time to fill up my bag. So let's go ahead and open up the trunk, and voila. So this is my new setup, and I've essentially cleared out pretty much all of the stuff that I had here and just put it in this bag. I will say that I'm still looking to get like one of those retractable shovel things, because I think that's very good to have in the car, especially during winter if you end up in a situation where you have to shovel snow out of the way. Maybe you just sort of, you know, get stuck in a snow patch or whatever. It's always good to have, but I haven't really had time to pick that up yet, but I will be doing that. So in any case, let's just go ahead and look at the bag a little bit. I did add like a flashlight here. We got some of these little just multi-tool kind of stuff, like, sorry, this was hard to get out, but you can see what it is. Yeah, there we go. Just one of these little sort of foldable plier things, and like a Swiss Army knife, you know, the typical stuff. But aside from that, let's just look a little bit at the bag, the way I filled it up. you see that this is actually quite a large bag. It essentially takes up maybe like a third of the luggage space just in terms of the width. And so I really have filled this up with stuff. So just to give you a brief rundown, we have the compartment back here. We're gonna have to get this Velcro open. Come on, let's see, okay. So essentially in this compartment, just to sort of say what I have, I did put my jumper cables in there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're in there. And I also want to mention that I did strap the bag down. You essentially have your typical sort of little loops here, which you can use to secure cargo. So I just used this with some of these straps to actually strap these into the bag. So in case I get into an accident, this bag doesn't go flying all over the place. So I just want to have that said. But in any case, we have some of the other compartments. We can just run these through just fairly quickly. See some of the stuff, maybe not everything, but I will try to show you most of it. So here we got a hammer. We got some of these typical straps in case you need to strap down some load if you're moving stuff in the way, or just have, you know, boxes or whatever if you want to strap some stuff down while you're traveling. We have some more of this little, you know, some of these hooks, also good for fastening stuff in the car. See, then we got some bags down here, got the mesh bags, which I haven't really used yet because I just felt like I didn't really need them yet, but I'm sure I will think of stuff that will be needed in the car. So that's pretty much it for that compartment. Go ahead and check the next one, which is a lot more sort of filled with stuff. Here I have a screwdriver, which I suppose I don't have to have in this compartment, but I decided to pick it here. Then we have my towing line, very good to have. We have an, you know, small umbrella in case I need it. We also have, actually at the bottom here is a crumpled down one of these sort of, I think it's from IKEA. It's just one of these really cheap sort of emergency or just really easy to pack kind of raincoat. It's really thin, but essentially, you know, it's good to have if you don't have anything else. A raincoat, it's a nice thing to have if it starts raining and you need to sort of get out of the car and, I don't know, fix a tire. I don't even have a spare tire on this car, but you know, whatever, you might find yourself in a situation where you need to get out of the car and do stuff in the rain, and it's nice to have a coat in that sense. Now, I'm not really sure, was there anything on this side? No, that is essentially no bag on that side. You do still have the compartments in here, like I said, but I haven't really used them because in this specific compartment, I felt that I much more needed a large space to essentially be able to cram in the tone lines and other large things that you don't really need sort of small pockets for. So let's see, then we have this little top compartment. Just show you some of the stuff. Here I got some of these emergency sort of band-aid things, more band-aid stuff. Then just like an additional charging cable, little IKEA bag, mini IKEA bag, which just has some coins in it. There's another one of these little coin thingies, and one of these little emergency things in case you hit the wildlife and you need to put up a reflective thingamajig, I don't know. Got a lock in case you need to lock something. That was more important when I had like the cage in the car, when I had like a dog cage. It's very good to have a lock just to be able to lock the cage. But let's see. So last compartment before we finish this up. Where are my? There they are. So just open this up. I hardly remember what's in here myself, to be honest. Just gonna move this flashlight out of the way for now. So here is just, you know, another screwdriver. Got a roll of plastic bags, like garbage bags. You know, some other tools. And what is this? Just some measuring stuff. And here's like an emergency little pamphlet on like how you treat animals in case you get into an animal accident. Primarily for pets, but you know, just good to have in case you have your pet with you and you get into an accident, like they, you know, hurt themselves with wounds or swallow something or whatever. It's just generally good stuff to have. But yeah, I realized I actually broke the clasp on that little flashlight while I was shooting this. So in any case, this was, I don't know, it should probably be in the bag, so we'll just put it in the bag for now. But yeah, that is essentially it for this video. I have to say that I am actually really happy about this setup, and the bag was definitely worth the 23 euro that I spent. I mean, just generally, I think that it seems like pretty good quality. I'm really happy and really surprised with the quality based on paying 23 euro. Plus, it's like a Chinese import site, no customs. So yeah, I have to say that I'm pretty happy with this. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thought that it was inspiring, maybe something you can think of to use in your car, just to sort of be safe out there. And yeah, so I want to say thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it, and as usual, hope to see you all next time.